school. Grandchildren, children, godchildren, relatives. We know that educating 21st century learners is different because they are inquisitive, they are innovative, they want to know, why is this important to me? How is this going to impact my life? How is this going to help me? And most importantly, they are hands-on. No more sit and get. We have to provide opportunities for them to think, opportunities for them to collaborate and work with each other, because this is what's going to happen in the workforce. So educating 21st century learners, we're actually educating students and preparing them, in many cases, for careers that don't exist yet. So we're having to teach them how to think and how to work with people who have diverse perspectives in diverse communities, how to work together, and how to be successful, whether they stay local and become business owners and entrepreneurs, pastors in the community, or whether they move beyond Selma. We want to prepare them with a skill set to be successful. And so, in order to do that, we are asking for the voters of Selma to support us in providing, actually in passing a general obligation bond. And this general obligation bond will authorize $30.8 million in bonds to the Selma Unified School District to improve our schools. Now, I've been attending the city council meetings, and as a former realtor myself, I know what draws families to communities. It's the schools. People will relocate across counties. People will give bogus addresses because they want to get into an area that has quality schools. That's what we want for Selma Unified. We know that many of our schools currently are aged, and they don't have the infrastructure needed to address the skill set for those 21st century learners. So we did some early testing of what we would need to do to increase our facilities and better prepare our facilities. We did some early legwork in terms of surveying the community, in terms of their support for a bond, and we received very, very strong input from the community. I think our newest school is 25 years old. So if you think about that, think about our oldest school and what that means for the students who are starting kindergarten this year and what that looks like. So Measure O will actually modernize and construct additional classrooms and support facilities. And when we say support facilities, we look at a myriad of facilities that will support and enhance the learning environment. We're also looking at improving student safety. We know that that's a priority for all of us. And we know that children, when they're not feeling safe, that impacts their learning. So we'll be looking at student safety and student access to computers and modern classroom technology. Measure O will help us with the funding to make sure that our students have access to the things they need to compete in a global society. It will also replace portable classrooms with new permanent facilities. We have, I think, I don't know, maybe up to 25, Larry, portable buildings that we have to replace just by virtue of the age of the portable buildings. So we'll be looking at all of this and replacing some of those with actual new, permanent, state-of-the-art facilities. Thank you, Virginia. Most importantly, Measure O will provide the required local match for over $30 million in state grants to modernize and construct new facilities. You may or may not know, the state has frozen for many, many years any modernization funds to school district. So if you've ever heard the story of duct tape and baling wire, that's been the lived story for many, many school districts because there's not been money from the state to repair and modernize facilities. And we've done a great job. I'd like to thank Larry and his team for what they've been able to do to maintain the structures of our schools to the best of our ability. But after a while, it becomes cost prohibitive. I think as the chief spoke about the police station, it becomes cost prohibitive because you have to look at current codes. And once you start to peeling back that onion, it's just almost best to just go down to the studs. So we have to look at all of that when we're looking at our facilities needs. One of the great things about Measure O is that it will require an independent citizens oversight committee to ensure that the funds are only spent on voter-approved projects with no money for employee salaries. We've conducted a facilities needs assessment, and we have a list of items based on our survey and based on information from our facilities team of what those high priorities are. We have a school now that needs a roof. Again, permanent facilities, infrastructure for technology, which will allow our students to be able to extend learning beyond the boundaries of the classroom. And this Citizens Oversight Committee must be established, I think, within 30 to 60 days after the bond is actually approved. Okay. This is the face, these are our kids. This is Selma. And our theme is moving forward, full steam ahead. STEAM representing the acronyms of science, technology, engineering, and I'd add arts and ag for Selma, and math. Because we know we really live in a heavily agricultural community, but we also want to expose our students to the arts. There's lots of research around how enhancing the arts for children really enhances their thinking, it increases their self-esteem, and we want the students of Selma to have access to the things that all other students have. And we want to have no holds barred, so we're asking for your support in helping us to pass Measure O. We need your support. Our schools and our facilities need your support. I've prepared a FAQ, a frequently asked question sheet, and I'll ask Teresa if she'll distribute that at this point, because there may be some things on this sheet that I haven't addressed. But specifically, the bond, the GO bond, is a property tax bond that will support developing or increasing permanent classrooms on our campuses and helping to address the infrastructural needs that we have in order for these 21st century learners to be prepared to thrive once they walk across our stage at Selma High School. Isn't that what we want? We want them to be successful. We want them to be competitive. We want them to be global critical thinkers, and Measure O will help us to prepare them for that.